Hello YouTube, Trinity here again. Today we'll be doing another deck profile for a future card, Buddyfight. We're going to be using my Miko deck, aka Amaterasu. I'm sure you've noticed the theme today. Pulling out some of my old favorite decks for Buddyfight and Vanguard while I'm cleaning up and organizing them. I figured we'd do a deck profile for my Katana World, keeping with the theme of the other two. That'll be posted soon. We'll be playing my Katana World deck, which will be my Amaterasu Pure deck profile for Electro Diety. This deck will not be updated too much with the 10th anniversary. The only thing that would probably change in this deck profile going forward will be I will be playing the new Electro Diety Re-Eye item. So we have the Buddy, Amaterasu Wisteria Dance, and we have the Katana World Flag card. Moving on, we will be playing 4 copies of Wisteria Dance. She is basically, if you know, she gives your Amaterasu, your Electro Deity's AK defense or AK power, and you also get life and draw cards. Just a really good card. She's the best card in the deck. Next, we'll be playing. This is not a Lost World variation. This is a turn skip variation. We're playing Izuna. She lets you call size 3s as size 0s, and she's also just she lets you skip the turn. As you know, I like to skip turns in this game. If you've seen my Grandfather Flock profile, you know how much I like to play turn skip decks. That's basically what she does. Then we play 2 of the original Amaterasu. This one I know by heart. To get a gauge, get AK power, draw a card, gain 2 life, and get AK defense. We got the Buddy Rare from the first box of Miko and Mel I ever got. And then this one, I actually got 2 boxes of Miko and Mel, and I'm very happy with my 2 boxes. I got this and this. However, I did sell this for money. However, when we got the Revival selection, I pulled another copy. So, yeah, I'm just very happy to have both copies of this in my deck, the Buddy Rare version and the SP. I've had this deck since I went really hard in the Miko and Mel set, and I really much enjoyed it. But, yeah, we run one of the other Amaterasu. This is, in my opinion, the worst one, but it's not bad. You get triple attack, you get the draw cards, just another name cards for the effect, and you need to discard 5 different names. We have 2 copies of Mizuka Hime. Just a good defensive card to have. And just another name. She can bounce a card and gain life. And rest a card and then bounce a card. She has 2 different effects. So it's rest a card and gain life, or deal 2 damage to your opponent. Or rest a card, or return a card and deal damage equal to the size, I believe. Oh my god. It's been too long. I need to play this deck again. As you know, I'm a huge fan of Susanoo, so this had to be this is the main reason I made the deck. I originally wanted him to be the Buddy, but that is not how this deck plays, unfortunately. You could build an aggro version. I did do this for fun, an early ace, where I played the 1 card that burns and pops a card when a card attacks, and he was the Buddy, and it was just a very aggro Electro Deity deck. Definitely not good anymore, especially with the new how the game is at the end, but it was definitely fun to play at the time, and really enjoyed just playing my boy Susanoo out. Definitely a budget deck for people to try out. And then 1 copy of the guy, Wakihiko. I liked him in the anime, and it's just nice to have another name in the deck for the turbo skip. Then we run, I believe, 4 copies? Nope, 3 copies of Guardian Beast. It lets you look at the top 2 cards of your deck, add 1 to hand, place the rest of the drop zone. And just a nice consistency card for the deck. Lets you dig for your pieces. Then 4 of a lot of people's Buddy, ironically enough. Lets you gauge and draw when you have an Electro Deity on your field. Just a really good way to dig through your deck. It's not a once per turn call either. Then we have the most important card in the deck, which will be replaced with the Re-Eye item. Kagura Bell of Worship will let you Buddy possess into your Amaterasu or your Izuna or whoever you want to possess into. And then at the end of the turn, it goes back to your hand, and start of main phase, you can possess into something else. Just really good, just the best card of the deck. Next, we run 2 copies of Miracle Fighter to search your size 3s and your items. Again, this is a turbo build, so we're trying to turn skip and kill the opponent. Then we run 3 copies of Bad Manner. So for the community ban list, which I sometimes follow, but sometimes IRL, not all of my decks have been updated because it's really hard to update Buddyfight decks these days. But for the community ban list, I will say that this is at 1 and Sakura Fubuki is at 1. So if you wanted to change this deck for the community ban list, you would play 1 of this, 1 Sakura Fubuki, and this can be literally any other card in the deck. But we're running 3 copies of Cross Manners, or as I like to call it, Bad Manners. It's a pay 2 gauge spell null, and basically they can't cast the same spell for the rest of the turn. Really good card. Then I play 2 copies of Soul Aurora, just a standard nullify, gain life, gauge, and something can't stand. Just a really good card. Not too many copies. If you wanted to run the ban list, you could run that at 3. I think 2 is fine. You could also run Loyalty, Buddy Block, Recovery Veil. Then we run 4 copies of Yosen. This is your phase ender. This is how you survive. And just phase enders are good in Buddyfight, you know? Then we run 4 copies of Kagura Blossom Dance. This is how you get your item going second. So you can equip the item from the deck and Buddy Possess. So you want to do this immediately. It's just a really good card, and it has other effects I don't remember, to be honest. It's been too long. Equip on the counter to equip an item for this turn. Damage you take is reduced to 0. You know, for next damage you take, that's just really good. Reducing damage to 0 is always good. Then I run 3 copies of Electro Deity Festival. Just another way to get your item consistently and to be able to restand and get some extra damage through. Just a really good card. We run 2 copies of Electro Deity Return. Again, as I stated, this is a turbo build, so we want to have as many grade 3s, size 3s as possible. And just being able to add back 2 cards is extremely good. You can add back Goyan Beast, your size 3s, the one that gauges and draws. Just keep digging through your deck. And just be able to get them is just really nice. I wasn't running that originally, but since I went for the turbo build, I ended up putting that at 2 copies again. And it's just really nice recursion for the deck, I feel. Then I'm running 3 copies of Ritual Prayers. Just a draw 3, basically. Draw 2 or draw 3. Really good card. Let you dig through your deck. And then we run the Welcome to the Festival. Electro Deity, Welcome, Kagura. This lets you pay 1 life, gauge 3, look at your gauge, add something to your hand. This is another way to dig through your deck. So this deck is all about playing size 3s, as size 0 cards, and turboing the turn skip ability, and just kind of outgrinding your opponent. You're gaining life, you're stalling them, you're phase ending, you're getting to the turn skip as fast as you can. You have triple attack, you have a huge buddy. Some weaknesses in this deck would be it cannot beat Brawl Zeus. That is the thing. This deck struggles against Godpunk. So if you're fighting Godpunk, you definitely want to sideboard Lost World and have a Lost World deck. I like to play this deck pure. Luckily for myself, I'm the only actual Godpunk player that was at my locals. And this deck loses the Godpunks. I have a Godpunk deck, which look forward to that deck profile. That will be one of my favorites to do soon. I am a Godpunk main. Godpunk, Zerberos, and Electro Deities were my 3 decks in Ace that I played, besides Magic World. But I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. I really enjoyed presenting it to you, and I will see you in the next video.